So Trump made a big announcement. Okay, so Trump made a big announcement. And here it is. Trump signs executive actions on coronavirus economic relief. And the subtitle or the subheading is Democrats promised last week to file a legal challenge if the president acted through executive order to circumvent Congress, which has the constitutional authority to determine federal spending. So what they're saying is that Nancy Pelosi has the power of the purse. That's what they say. That's the saying, the power of the purse, meaning the government doesn't spend any money unless Congress says it can. Congress determines if that's okay. And so that's what they're talking about. But now this puts the Democrats in a bit of a pickle, which we'll talk about in a second, because I mean, I'm sure Trump would love them to challenge his executive orders, because then it would be Trump saying, "Hey, I'm looking to give you guys stuff," and the Democrats want to stop it. So it's a political tactic that's good. So here's what it really is. The executive action defers payroll taxes through the end of the year. Defers. That doesn't mean that means they're still due. That means you just don't have to pay them. So that's bullshit. I mean, it sounds good, right? The executive action defers payroll taxes through the end of the year. Defers. I don't know. And then of course the criticism of that is that's going to mess up Social Security, because that's how. Okay, so you get that. So that's kind of ironic that he's trying to do a head fake where here's a program that helps people at the same time trying to mess with Social Security, the thing that actually helps people. What they should be doing is expanding Social Security to cover everybody. That's what Bernie always says that we need to expand Social Security. Is UBI considered? Would that be considered? That's what they should be doing. Okay. It also defers student loan payments through the end of the year. That's great. That's great. Easily done. Discourage evictions. Now, that doesn't mean ending evictions. That's nothing. That's nothing. Discourage. So he's asked the federal government, HUD, and to look into if there's something, if they can help people. That's nothing. And extend enhanced unemployment benefits that expired last week, but a reduced level of $400 instead of the prior $600. Okay, so here's the real truth about that. It's actually $300. So it says $400. The news reports it as $400. It's not $400. It's $300. Where does the other 100 come from? That Trump wants the states to pick that up. Trump wants the states to pick that up. And the states are already saying, we got no frickin' money, buddy. We don't have any tax revenue because we shut down our economy because of the coronavirus. We don't have that money. And Trump also, by the way, is going to take the money for this from FEMA. And so this is what the Democrats are saying that they're going to challenge. They might challenge. I think it's a bad idea. Politically, it's a bad look for them to challenge Trump wanting to give people money. The Democrats, I thought, though, wanted the two. Anyway, so here we're going to get into what's going on. Okay, so there you, because that's the base. So this is Trump realizing he's losing to Joe Biden, who still can't read a statement. Not only can he not speak extemporaneously, he literally cannot read a prepared statement.
Wow.
And that's how bad Trump is. That's Trump's big idea was to send, G-men, government goons to kidnap people. Like that would make people, that's going to turn on some people, but it's going to lose most everybody. And he is losing most everybody. He's down by 10 points.
Wow.
And so this is a response to that. This isn't Trump really caring. And look at this. This is nothing, right? And then this actually could hurt you. So this is okay. And then the end of the student loan thing is great. All Trump has to do, well, we'll get to what all Trump has to do.
But it's not really end student loan thing. It's really just ended to the end of the year.
Yeah, nobody has to make a payment.
Right.
But,
and then
Yeah, but then you pick it back up. But it's not like you have to make a big balloon payment in January.
Okay.
Right? Like they're talking about with the payroll taxes that deferred.
Got it.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Deferred means that they're still due. You just don't have to pay them right now. Then you have to pay them.
Put off
I'm
an
pretty
action
sure that's what this means.
Yeah, deferred means put off an action or event to a later time. Postpone. Yeah. So it's postponing.
But that means you still owe the taxes. That doesn't mean we're canceling those taxes. That means they're deferring. So anyway, here what else is going on. Trump's decision to extend a student loan freeze will put about $1.2 trillion of debt on hold until next year.
Wow.
Here's what financial writer Dave Dayen says. He says, it will be amusing if Trump uses executive action to stop student loan payments after I was told for about a year that there's no way that student debt could be canceled, which is within the same authority and discretion. So there you go. That's hilarious. So there you go. I don't know what else to say about that. That's what's happened. So here's what Trump is trying to gain ground in the election. This is how politics is supposed to work, where the campaigns are supposed to compete with each other to offer people things that make their lives better. Joe Biden is not participating in that. The Democrats and Joe Biden, well, the congressional Democrats completely compromising at every turn. We're not getting anything on the rent, eviction, nothing. They're not getting money for state. So the reason why you're not going to get anything is because when they passed the CARES Act, that's when the Democrats had all their power. Because everybody in Congress, all the rich people in the country, the oligarchs, wanted their $5 trillion. And so the Democrats could have said, okay, we'll give it to you. But you got to give everybody a UBI and healthcare. And they didn't. You know why? Because the Democrats don't want to give everybody a UBI and healthcare. That's why it's so easy for Trump to make a dent like this, even with the mostly bullshit proposal like that. It's easy for him to get left. And this is maybe just the start. Can you imagine if Trump says, hey, I'm going to legalize marijuana? Then we're going to release everybody in prison for marijuana. And then he said, and we're going to do a UBI. And then he said, hey, by the way, we're going to expand Medicare to include everybody during this crisis. All he needs to do, I think, is one of those things. And he could beat Joe Biden. So he's starting to flirt with shit to do. That's what this is. Trump is starting to flirt with shit to do to get back in this race that he's been down from a guy who can't even read a statement. And so some people are saying Biden peaked too early. So we'll see. Joe Biden literally can't talk. He's demented.
I think it's funny that anybody said he peaked.
Well, he peaked in the polls. Joe Biden is demented. He has early onset dementia. It's sad to see. But it's also super insulting, and it's angering because it's the establishment bullshitting you from top to bottom. The Democratic Party leadership, the Joe Biden campaign, the media, the news media ubiquitously. Okay, so there's that. I don't know. That's how pathetic this is, that Trump can almost easily outleft Joe Biden this easily. So we'll see. I hope that it does happen. I hope they get into a bidding war and who's going to... Oh, by the way, Joe Biden was asked once again just the other day on MSNBC, you said you're going to veto health care for people if it passes the Congress.
They asked him that?
Yes. Do you still... He said yes. He would still veto Medicare for all.
He's got no solutions.
He's the enemy. He's this person we have to fight against. He's just a different problem. He's just a different problem, Joe Biden. And the bigger problem is you're going to have to fight the Democrats and the Republicans to get Joe Biden to do something. Okay, good luck with the election. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.